Neil and Debbie at breakfast. Gaydar Radio. Gaydar.
Now, on the show, from time to time, Debbie, we like to talk to people who are inspirational, who do inspiring things.
Here.
Uplifting people who care about other people. We've got somebody here who emailed. This is Ashley. Is it Matthew, Ashley?
It's French. It's pronounced Mathieu, but you can say Matthew.
Well, it's lovely to talk to you. You sent us an email recently, and you are a fitness instructor. But just tell us a little story, because you were working for the government or something, you got fed up with it, and you wanted to do something different.
Yeah, so pretty much I have two different pieces that I speak about. One is about my life and how I changed, and the other one is about bullying, because I used to be bullied back in the day. So, but my career change, I was with the government for 8 years, and just the last 3 years of it, I really didn't like going into work, and it started affecting my personal life. So I started a part-time business about 1.5 years ago for personal training. So going to people's homes and mothers' homes that can't get out of the house to work out. So I would go to them and train them in their homes. And I just, my passion since I was a kid has been sports. So I fell into my passion, and quitting the government this year, maybe 3 months ago, I quit for good, and now I'm following my passion.
And you enjoy, is life better for you now?
Oh, it's outstanding. I have no regrets at all.
One of the reasons you contacted us was about bullying, because you met the mother of Jamie Hubley, who tragically took his own life not so long ago. And also you blog about this on your blogspot, which you'll give out the address in a minute, about a 15-year-old beautiful, beautiful girl. You've done a wonderful blog about her, who also took her own life because of this just vile, vile bullying. Why are you so passionate about this? And what would you love to achieve from all your blogging?
It's just bringing awareness. With me, when I was bullied as a kid, I was bullied by actually a family member and in school. So it was kind of like a double whammy for me. And there was many times where I wanted to run away. I came home crying and hated my life. But now I've turned, there's lots of stuff I've done to turn my life around. So when I hear kids now wanting to take their lives, which they're doing more and more now, which is really scary, I kind of want to be their voice to kind of tell you, it does get better. And I'm an example of it. And Jamie was an amazing kid, and he had so much to go for, and unfortunately the bullying was too much, and he took his life.
What sort of things happened to you at school then?
Just everything from name calling. I was a huge tomboy in high school, so I looked like a little boy when I was in high school, so I got made fun of for that. I got told I was stupid, I was ugly. I was pretty much going to amount to nothing. And so when I came home, I also had a family member who abused me both emotionally and physically. So I just felt like I was useless.
How did you manage to get through all of that?
You know what? At one point, I just kind of, a switch went off in my head. And my mother and father were really, really good. And I had some really good friends, too, by my side. So they kind of helped me out a lot, which was great. So having friends or even peers to go by is super helpful, because that's what got me through it. And then after high school, it was just up from there.
And what kind of response have you had because your blogspot is puregritfitness.blogspot.com if people want to check it out. What kind of response have you had so far from the things you've been writing about?
Amazing response. I have a huge smile on my face, because I have people from all around the world, and not just in Canada, about what I'm doing and what I'm going out to do and helping people. So it's just been nothing but positive responses. And I have a few young teenagers, actually, one in South Africa and one here in Canada that I'm mentoring through email, just to kind of help them get through the bullying stage right now.
There are some people, actually, that say that It Gets Better doesn't work, and poor Jamie Rodemeyer, he made a It Gets Better video and still tragically took his own life. What people who say It Gets Better doesn't work, what do you think the answer is to the next stage further? Because you talk about legislation and making more stricter policies on bullying, which I think you're trying to push through, aren't you?
Yeah. One of the ones that we just got passed here in Canada, in Ontario, was expelling students for bullying. I think that more strict policies need to come in for kids that bully, and that's what I'm trying to push now, as well as back to the It Gets Better part. For me personally, in life, you're going to run into hurdles no matter what age you are. you're always going to run into them. It's just a matter of jumping those hurdles and being able to understand that if life did throw you curveballs, life would be absolutely boring. I've hit hurdles, but now I'm at the point where I'm able to get over them because of everything that I've gone through, so I don't let the small stuff bother me, and that's another part of my motivational speech that I get out, is that nothing should stop you from being you.
So how many youngsters are you mentoring at the moment, then?
Internationally, I only have a couple right now, because I just started doing it only 2 months ago. So with my YouTube videos that's where they find me pretty much. But a couple there and a lot of people in the city, a lot of kids. And actually today I have a speech on bullying, anti-bullying, in front of 85 grade 8 kids at one of the more challenging high schools in the city.
Oh, what a lovely human being you are. I told you we like to speak to inspirational people on this show. That's fantastic. So we can find you at puregritfitness.blogspot.com. And also, if we want to do a search for you on YouTube, where would we find you there?
That one would be on my YouTube page or YouTube video. It's The Gritty Truth, and it's gritty with 2 T's. And I pretty much video about anything and everything that people want me to video about. So I have a couple on there about bullying and motivation. But I am doing a video for the It Gets Better campaign, so that's going to be out pretty soon.
In these schools that you're going to, if you came face to face with a bully that actually has caused someone to take their own lives, what would you say to them?
Wow, that's a tough one. I got to keep it clean. I would instill in the kid that, bullying isn't worth it, and I would give them a really blunt example of the kid that you're bullying. What if he didn't come to school the next day because he took his own life? How would you feel?
That's
pretty much what I would.
Yeah. Well, I really do think that these people who bully, they do. I'm going to say this: they get away with murder because their words have caused someone to take their life. Yeah. And I completely agree with you. I think they need to completely change the laws on this.
Well, listen, Ashley, thank you very much for your time. You are an inspiration. What we normally like to do with people like you is give you Something Lovely award.
Yes, definitely.
Which is just a little jingle that says lovely, because clearly that's what you are. Here it comes now.
Lovely.
Delicious speaking to you from Canada. Thank you very much for coming on, Ashley.
Thanks for having me.
Stand by. Across Gay UK, on mobile, online, and on digital radio in London and the Sussex Coast. This is Gaydar Radio.